your Stampin' Up demonstrator from the scenic rim in Queensland. And should I say, #1 demonstrator in Australia? I don't know whether I can get used to saying that, but welcome everybody. I'm here for a really fun, crafty Santa's workshop. So I'll let you know after a few people have jumped on, I will let you know how the Santa's workshop is actually going to work. So welcome everybody. I hope you had a lovely weekend. I know we had some crazy storms here last night. It was a very good lightning show. Lots of lightning, lots of thunder, lots of noise. Very little rain. We did get a bit of rain, but very little rain. So I'm thankful for the fact that it wasn't too crazy. But the lightning show was absolutely spectacular. So out the back of my place, I have nobody out the back. It just backs onto vacant land, and you see the hills in the background. And the lightning was superb. I was out there for I think nearly an hour trying to get a perfect photo of the lightning, because the lightning was those really jagged lightning, and then it would do lightning where it would light up the whole place like it was daylight. It was just amazing. So overcast in Sydney today. Yeah, it's a bit funny today here. The sun's out now. It was overcast earlier this morning. So welcome. I can see a few of you jumping in. If you know that there's friends that may want to watch this live crafty session, please share the link with them. So just hit that share button and share it over to either your Facebook, grab the link of the YouTube, share it in Messenger, get everybody to come and hang out and craft with us, because that's what it's all about. So welcome. I know, Leslie, it was crazy, wasn't it? Well, now I've had a little bit of fun this morning. So just before I was about to jump on live, the crafty cat decided that he would actually catch a mouse, and he brought it into my craft room and let it go and was chasing it around in the room. And I'm thinking to myself, he needs to get this mouse out of here before I need to start my live video. So it was a little bit crazy. I was like, what do I do? What do I let him keep going with this mouse? What do I do? Like, I think it's the first time that Theo's ever caught a mouse. Can you believe that? He's like 5 or 6 year old, and I think that's the first time he's ever caught a mouse. So at least I know that he knows what to do with a mouse if there's a mouse in the house. So thankful to the crafty cat for getting the mouse in the house. Jeanette said that she had lightning go parallel with the sky. Never seen that before. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? It was definitely a huge light show last night, that's for sure. So as I said, the crafty cat has early Christmas present. Yeah, exactly. The crafty cat has saved my life once again and caught the mouse. He's now like relaxing, like it's pretty gross, but he's had a bit of a feed of the mouse. So yeah, it was pretty gross, but I'm so glad he's caught it. I was thinking, I was grateful that it was a mouse and not a snake. I mean, like, I was like, please don't tell me, because he was in the garage and I had some camp chairs packed up against the wall, and he was in behind the chairs. Like, I heard the noise of the chairs and I'm like, what is he after? And then he went running off, and I thought, oh no. And I pulled out all the chairs and there was nothing there. But then when I came in, he actually had the mouse, and he was like playing with it in my craft room. So good morning, Maureen from Toowoomba. Lovely to see you. Suzanne, welcome. Zana, Jeannie, welcome. Carol, Leslie, Jeanette, Christine, welcome. Cheatskates, welcome. Deborah, Robin, welcome. Lovely to see you. Nancy, lovely for you to join. Good morning, Dawn from Arkansas, however you would say it. Good morning, Kerry. Lovely to see you. Matthew, thank you for joining. Margaret, lovely to see you on. Maureen, welcome. Jill, good morning. Hey, Daryl, lovely to see you. Lorraine, welcome. Suzanne, I don't know whether I've said good morning to you, but morning, Suzanne. Who else have we got? I think that's about it. So if I've missed anybody, Jill, Siobhan, Lynn, hello, welcome. Card Craze from Canada, welcome. Shari, welcome. Lovely to see you. All right. So we've got all that over and done with. I had someone that said to me, and I love, I suppose I shouldn't call these people out, but I love when someone says a comment. They actually, it was in my 10 cards in 20 minutes once again. And I sometimes think, is there a reason for these comments? And I know that this person's not going to see because I actually blocked them from my channel, so they're not going to see me. But they actually told me if they said, stop talking and just get on with making the cards. Don't you love it when you get a comment like that? I mean, like, if you're not interested in the chatter, then go and watch someone else. Like, honestly, I sometimes think, is there a need to put a comment out there like that? But anyway, hey, Marcy, I need to chat with you if I can sometime today so that we can get sorted, because we've got 2 more days and I can register for my incentive trip. So, yeah, Marcy's saying we all get them, BU. And you know what? If I didn't chat on this, would you think there's something wrong with me? Of course you would. So, it is what it is. But I mean, sometimes people just love to be able to voice their opinion, and sometimes their opinion is not needed. So welcome, everyone. I can see quite a few of you have jumped on now. So I'm super excited to be offering you this 12 days of Christmas. It's once again our 12 days of Christmas, but it's Santa's workshop. So how this is going to work is I am going to go live every weekday for the next 12 days doing my Santa's workshop. Now, this is going to be like a class. So the way you can get your hands on the kit for the whole 12 projects that I'm going to make in my Santa's workshop is to place an order with me using the host code. And I'm just going to pop where are we? Well, actually, I'll tell you a little bit. We have a seasonal sale that's coming up. So on the 13th and to the 15th of November, there's 10% off ink pads, 10% off cardstock, 20% off stamp and die and punch bundles. There is 20% off DSP. So I think the bundles, you already get 10% when they're a bundle. So you're going to get an extra further 20%. Now, I just want to tell you, this is a super, super awesome deal. So it's a seasonal sale that we're having. So it's a super awesome time to buy, but it's also a perfect time to join. And the reason why I want to say that is with the starter kit, you get to choose $235 worth of product and you're only going to pay $169. These seasonal sale items can be put into a starter kit. Okay. So the savings that you're going to get, the 10% off the ink, the 10% off the cardstock, 20% off the bundles, 20% off the DSP, the savings that you are going to get with this sale, you will get even better savings by putting them in a starter kit. So you're going to get even more for your money. So you can put these things in a starter kit. You can add your starter kit up to $235 worth of product, and you're only going to pay $169. So you're going to get an even better deal. So it's an awesome deal to purchase any of those products on the 13th to the 15th. So that's on Wednesday. This sale will start. It'll go from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Wednesday through to Friday. But it's also the best time to join. So if you are thinking about that, maybe the joining might be the way to go, then you can scan this QR code here on the 13th. So you need to do it on the 13th. You can scan that QR code there and you can pop $235 worth of the sale products into your starter kit and get even more value for money and just pay $169. So if you want to be a part of a crafty community, and I just want to talk about joining and what it means to you, you physically can join however you want to join. So you can join just to get the discount and be a part of a crafty community, which is what 95% of my team do. I can honestly tell you there's a lot of people that just buy for themselves and enjoy the discount themselves. So you can totally do that. You don't have to demonstrate. You don't have to do videos. You don't have to sell to people. You can wholly and solely buy for yourself. But if you've got a couple of crafty friends, then your couple of crafty friends buying from you will help you do your minimum quarterly amount. So the minimum quarterly amount is $467 retail. You will get 20% discount off that amount is what you need to do every quarter. But even if you don't do the quarterly amount, and I always say to people, don't even concentrate on the quarterly amount, just concentrate on getting your products at a discounted rate and enjoying your crafting. And I can tell you, it's like a stamp bundle and a few bits of paper every month. So it's not hard to keep current. But if you wanted to possibly have some friends that would buy, then they can help you keep your quarterly minimums. But then also too, if you wanted to start a crafty community, you wanted to start things like classes and things like that, and you wanted to build a crafty community around you, then the starter kit's the best way to go, because you'll be able to buy all of your products. The other people will be able to buy products from you, which will help you with your quarterly minimum sales. And you can start a crafty community around you by gathering together and having a great crafty experience, because that is actually my why. I've had so many people since I've become #1 demonstrator. They said, what do you think has contributed? Was it a hard job to get there? And yes, it was hard. I worked very, very hard. But the one thing that I think has got me there is because I love sharing my love of crafting with others, and I want everyone to enjoy crafting just as much as me. And I never want someone to feel like they are crafting alone. I want them to join my crafty community and feel like they've got other crafty friends around them, and to be a part of somewhere. There's nothing better than the sense of belonging somewhere. And I can tell you, my Wild Heart Crafters team is an awesome place to belong. So, you're joining from work at present, so watching the fun and action. Yeah, okay, Valerie. And you know what? Joining is the best way to enjoy your crafty products at a discounted rate. Daryl said he's already started on his shopping list for the sale. Exactly. So the sale is awesome. So I'll just pop that back up. So on the 13th to the 15th of November, so many things are reduced. So it is all ink pads 10% off. I don't think it will be ink bundles. It will just be the individual ink pads. 10% off all cardstock. It doesn't include the Close to My Heart products. I think that's what they did say in that. 20% off stamps and die bundles, or stamps and punch bundles, and 20% off DSP. So it's a great time to shop. So I actually had some shopping in my shopping basket, and then I thought, oh, I'm going to wait until the 13th, and then I'm going to place my order. So, so as I said, if you're thinking about it and your order is going to come to more than $169, then please really think about joining. If your order comes over $150, you will earn a free Santa's workshop kit from me. So for anyone that shops from the today's date right through to the 26th of November, everything that I create in this Santa's workshop kit, I will actually be sending out free kits to everyone that places a $150 order or more while during my Santa's workshop class. So the Santa's workshop class is going to go for the next 12 working days. So it's not going to happen on a weekend, but the next 12 working days. So I will be live Monday to Friday, 5 days a week. So it'll be this week, it'll be next week, and it'll be the first 2 days of the week after. And if you qualify for an order, you must use that host code. So you must either scan that QR code there on the screen, or use my shop link in the description of the video. All right. Okay, let's get on to making this gorgeous card, because I'm super excited about this gorgeous card. So I will, and I've realized my poor old Archon stand, it's obviously been used so much that the actual pieces that hold the arm together are just disintegrating. So they've gone brittle and they're disintegrating and falling onto my desk. I was wondering what this piece of plastic was the other day, and I'm like, what is this? And it's out of my Archon stand. It's the round, it covers around the ball like a clamp, and they're all falling apart. So that's why my camera kept moving. I was like, why does my camera keep moving? But sale is only from the annual catalog. Okay, sorry. Well, there you go. Maureen's saying it's only from the annual catalog, but there's so much in the annual catalog. It's not funny. Okay, so Daryl's got a wonderful question here. So Daryl is saying, this is probably a stupid question. If you're already a demonstrator, do you still get your discount on top of the sale products? The answer is yes, Daryl. So you get even more for your money. So that is the reason why I say to people, please think about joining, because we get everything that customers get and we get the discount on top of that as well. So, so that is the one thing that I think is a huge bonus, that whatever customers are getting in the sale, that we actually get our discount on top of that included as well. So we get so much more for our money. So it's not a stupid question, Daryl. It is a definite perfect question to ask, and that is what happens. We actually get our discount on top. So I mean, we get pretty spoiled. The perks of being there you go. It's just said, yippee, my shopping list is going to get longer, because you can then buy more because you get more discount. That's what I'm saying. Well done. I'm liking the sound of that, Daryl. All right, so I will get rid of that QR code off the screen. So just remember, from the today's date, which is the 11th of November, right through to the 26th of November, anyone that orders from me online using my host code and spending $150 or more will get a kit of one of each of the projects that I'm going to create in my Santa's workshop class. So it'll be a super, super awesome kit to get. And I will maybe possibly, I'm not going to promise, but I maybe possibly might do a PDF tutorial up as well. All right, so I'm going to use the Golden Greenery bundle. I'm actually not going to use much out of this. I might use a few of the leafy images, but I want to use the Season's Greetings out of this Decorative Trees as well. And I'm going to use this gorgeous designer series paper. So I've already got some pieces already cut out here. Now, this designer series paper is simply stunning. You can actually cut using the dies from this set. You can cut out of the designer series paper your embellishment. So if you didn't want to stamp, it's a very, very easy way to be able to cut out some of these gorgeous embellishments and create a beautiful card. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of this paper, and I have such a mess in my craft room here, but I'm going to create a gorgeous card. Let me see. I've got some thick basic white here. So I'm going to do my normal base cardstock. Now, a lot of people will say, should you use Very Vanilla with this designer series paper, or should you use basic white? I am actually going to use basic white today because I don't actually have any very vanilla, and the reason being I wanted to be able to use a white ribbon to go with this. So that's the reason why I'm using basic white today, but you could use very vanilla and it would go with it really, really well as well. Now, if you wonder about my card base sizes, if you have not purchased my template for my card bases, then I suggest my card bases and layers, I suggest you head over to my website, which is stampingwithdonnag.com. Go under the Shop With Me tab and go to my PDF store and scroll through, and you will actually find the template, the card template for my cards. I suggest doing that for the simple fact that it is your never fail way of creating card bases and layers that are going to work every single time. All right, so we have a card base there. Now I want to do, I'm thinking, let me see what I have in here. Maybe some Mossy Meadow as my layer that I'm going to put underneath here. So I'm going to cut a Mossy Meadow layer. Okay. So that's cut at 5.5 by 3 3/4, and that's going to give me a Mossy Meadow layer there like that. Okay, I'm going to take some of this gorgeous designer series paper, and I'm just going to use some strips from the paper, which I could use. Do I want to use these strips or that strip? I could possibly use that as a strip. Okay, so I'm just going to see, this is just scraps that I've got left over, so it's a great way of using your scraps as well. I'm just going to see what that measurement is, and it looks like it is 7/8 of an inch. Okay, so 7/8 of an inch wide, and I'm going to take that to 5 3/8. So 5 3/8, and I'm going to do 2 of those strips. I should be writing these down as I'm going so that I actually have them. So I'm going to do 2 strips that are going to go across the front of my card, just like that. Okay, so we've got 2 strips there. Marcy and I might have a little bit of a surprise for you come next year on the incentive trip. So you need to follow both of us. Suzanne, you need to follow both of us because we might have, let's keep it as a surprise, Marcy. Let's not tell anyone and let's keep it as a surprise and just get them to follow us and see what the surprise is going to be next week. All right, so I'm going to do that. I'm then also going to grab a piece of basic white and I'm going to add a layer on the front. Okay, let's grab, I'll just use the leftover piece here. So I'm going to do a layer probably about, let me see what 3 inches looks like. Nope, 3 inches is way too big. Let's try 2.5 inches. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, I think 2.5 inches is going to look good. So 2.5 inches by 5 3/8, because I want it to be the same length as my designer series paper. Okay, so we have that and that. All right, I'm going to just cut a card layer for the insert. Now you might say, why are you doing an insert when the card is already white? It's personal preference and it's just what I like to do. So I'm going to do that for my card insert for the inside. Okay, now this piece here I want to actually emboss. Now I've got to find an embossing folder that I want to use. I'm not quite sure. Whoops, and things are going crazy on my desk. I'm not quite sure what embossing folder I want to use, and we will see what I have available around the place here. Let's see what's in here. Or should we use a new embossing folder? Let's use a new one. Okay, this one is a new one. This one's called Modern Herringbone. We might use that. It's a new one from our online exclusives. Okay, did my camera just move? I feel like it did. It's looking awfully crooked. Hang on, let me go there. Okay, so I feel like this one's called Modern Herringbone 3D embossing folder. So we might use that one just to see what it looks like. I haven't used it yet. So let's grab out our cut and emboss machine and we will run that piece through so we can see. So you can see here I've got my number 4. Now I actually feel like I want it to be a little bit crooked. I don't really want it to be straight. So I'm going to put it in there at an angle. Okay, so this is something that you can do to get a totally different look on an embossed layer by just turning your cardstock at an angle in that embossing folder. Now, if you're brand new to crafting and you have no idea what a cut and emboss machine is, and this is something great that you can put into a starter kit, it is a way of cutting out your images, your stamped images. It's a great way of embossing, doing dry embossing like I'm doing here. So on this one, the beautiful part about our embossing machine is on our plate, and mine's very well worn, on our plates, it tells us the combination. So this is the combination here where it says for die cutting, okay? So it says we need number 1, number 2, and 2 number 3s with our cardstock and the die in between. This one here is for regular embossing, so it's not the 3D. So using with standard embossing folders, which is number 1 and 2 of the number 3s with our embossing folder. Now, can you see how that embossing folder has the fold going through this way? It's really, really important. It always amazes me how many people, even demonstrators, that actually don't know how to look after their embossing folders. So I'm going to tell you this to make sure that you look after your embossing folders so you don't break your embossing folders. So with a thin embossing folder, so the regular embossing folders, we're going to use number 1, we're going to use a cutting pad, which is our number 3. We're going to use our embossing folder with our cardstock with the fold going through forward first, and then another plate on top. Very, very important to always put that other plate on top, making sure that you have something on top of your embossing folder. If you don't, you're going to curl up your embossing folder. Always make sure you have something over the top of your embossing folder, whatever combination of plates you need. So we're going to use the 3D embossing. We're going to use the number 1 plate, which is this one here that I have in my hand, the number 4 plate, which is the dark gray one, and our embossing folder with the fold going through our embossing machine first. Okay, so I've got my cardstock in there. I've tipped it on an angle. Hello, Kim. Thank you. Thank you. She's congratulating me for my number 1. I've worked tirelessly to get to there. Now, I've got my fold going through the machine first. I'm only going to go one way. Never, ever come back the other way with your embossing folders. You're going to break and ruin your embossing folders. You only need to go through one way. Okay, so we're going to go through one way, and we're going to get this gorgeous embossed layer. And that's all we need to do. We physically do not need to go back the other way. I know that with die cutting, a lot of people are used to running it through and coming it back, but you definitely don't want to do that. So now we're going to have this gorgeous piece of cardstock embossed. Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? And we've got it at an angle, so something a little bit different. I could have put it straight if I wanted to. I didn't want it straight. I wanted to do it at an angle. So we're going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to pop that out of the way. Oh, thank you, Kim. All right, so we have this, this, and this. Now, where did I put my die cuts here? We've got some die cuts here. So I've got that. I'm probably going to use, I don't know whether I'm going to use 1, 2, or 3 pieces, but I'm just going to see. Now, I do want a die, and I'm trying to think of which set of dies will have. Can anyone remember the dies that have the tag dies in them? Let me see what this one has. Could we use this one? That one's probably going to be a little bit big. No, what was the other one? I feel like I've no, I'm trying to find the labels that I'm thinking of. Let me see what I've got in my die box and see if I've got something there. I want to put like a label on the front. And okay. Alphabet, deckled circles, no. Stylish shapes. Let's see in the stylish shapes. I think in the stylish shapes we'll have something. Yeah, I know that's the one I'm thinking of, Kim, but I don't know where I put them. Stylish shapes might do me. Oh, no, I don't even have the one that I want in it. Greetings of the season, but I don't. Let me see if it's up here and I've missed it. A, B, C, D, E, F. No. No, I don't. Lord knows where it is at the moment. Let me see if I can find something else. Countryside corners. Ooh. Okay, countryside corners it's going to be. We still have these dies, don't we? Please someone tell me that they're still current. Countryside corners. It was from the Countryside Inn. That's the one I'm going to use. Iconic imagery. Well, I have that here. Let me see. I do have that here. I saw that this morning, A, B, C, D, F, G, iconic imagery. What is in there? What is in there, Kim? Ooh, okay. Great suggestion, Kim. We're going to go with Kim's suggestion, iconic imagery. So we're going to go with this one. I want it. That's actually what I wanted, was something a little bit like that. So I want a little tag that's going to come down here. So this is called iconic imagery, and this was a gorgeous set that we have. Okay, so I'm going to stamp. I'm going to use Season's Greetings out of this set. So my Season's Greetings stamp. I'm going to use my Pierce mat because I'm hoping that Season's Greetings is going to fit there. It's just going to fit there. So let's, actually, I need to do it on the scrap piece of basic white that I had. Let me see if that's going to be wide. No, that's not going to be wide enough. Let me grab another piece of basic white that will be wide enough to do that. Will this one? Let me see. Will that one be wide enough? Ooh, okay. I'm going to cut this one out first, and then I'm going to stamp because that's my insert layer. So I don't want to stamp on my insert layer. So let's cut out the die first, and then I'll be able to stamp on it to get it right where I need it to be. So I'm going to bring in my cutting pads. Now, you will notice that my cutting pads are very well worn, and it's because they get a lot of work. A lot of people say, why do your cutting pads look like that? It's because they get a lot of work. So I'm going to add that one there. I'm going to cut out that die. Now you can see here, when I actually run this through, I can actually cut out, I can run it backwards and forwards. It's totally okay. Oh, Marcy, how did the baby go? I remember you saying that. I hope all is well with baby and mum. You'll be too busy having cuddles with the grandbaby. All right, so we've got that gorgeous die that we've cut out there. So that came from the iconic imagery bundle. So for anyone that wants to know where I got that die from the iconic imagery bundle. All right. Now what we will do is we will stamp our Season's Greetings on there in Old Olive. Yes, I bet you're absolutely smitten with the new baby. Of course you would be. Okay, so it's just going to fit Season's Greetings on the bottom there. So we've got Season's Greetings like that. I think for our insert, I might just use the cute little leaf stamps, which I might just use the detailed one. I'm just going to use that detailed one. Grab a block. Is that one going to be big enough? Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to use that, and I'm going to create some gorgeous leafy pieces. I'm just going to grab a scrap piece of paper here just to protect my piece mat. I'm going to ink up that gorgeous leafy image, and we're just going to add, I'm going to do one full strength and 1/2 strength, and I might just do a little bit of full strength just coming down in through there. Okay, so we've got that gorgeous image there. We might do a 1/2 strength bit up through here. There we go. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? And you're bursting with excitement, Marcy, and you can't share the pictures. Yeah, no, it would be hard, definitely hard. Okay. Season's greetings, and I think that's all I'm just gonna leave it like that for the inside. All right, so let's get this card together. So I'm now going to add those 2 strips of designer series paper down the outside of our Mossy Meadow piece. So just remember, you can actually earn this kit for free. It's going to be a 12 project kit. You can earn it for free with a $150 online order using my host code from November the 11th, 2024, right through to the 26th of November. So that's the 12 days that I will be creating these gorgeous projects in the Santa's workshop, and you can earn your kit for free. I will send it out free of charge in the post after I've completed my 12 days. All right, so I'm now going to, with this piece here, I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals and we'll put that on the front. Hey, Sue, welcome. That's okay. You've still got to see a bit of crafting. I'm not totally finished yet. Okay, so we're going to use the handy dandy take your pick tool. Now, if you don't have this, you need to add this to your craft supplies, because I cannot make a card without my take your pick tool. Who else? Type it in the comments. Who else loves their take your pick tool and cannot create a card without using their take your pick tool? I would be lost without my take your pick tool. All right, so we're going to add that one just in the middle. Actually, no, I'm gonna stand up and do this one. So we're just gonna add that one in the middle, just like so. Okay, so we've got that. Then I'm gonna add that to my card base using my liquid glue. Xana, you don't own one. You need one. You physically need one. It is so super handy for collecting your take your pick tools, for, wow, that was a loud noise on my computer. I'm not quite sure what that is. Some weekly report thing notification just came up. All right, so we have that one there. I'm then going to pop these gorgeous ones here, and I'm going to have my tag coming down, which looks super, super cute. All right, so I think I'm going to pop up that tag as well. I might glue those down, but pop the whole tag up. So let's add a little bit of glue here and a little bit of glue here, and we will add those 2 die cut pieces. Now these are cut using the dies out of the bundle, and they are just cut out of the designer series paper, which is super, super cute. There and there. So we'll just let that liquid glue take hold. Might spin that one out a little bit more. We'll let that liquid glue take hold. Now I will add you use your snips. Christine says she has 3. Okay, what have we got? Don't own one. Margaret loves it. Kim has several. I have several as well. I have some with the brush tip. I have a couple of the ones just with the take your pick with the pokey tool. It actually spins around and you get a spatula tool as well when you turn the pokey tool around. So I've got that one on the inside. Okay, we will add a few dimensionals on the back of this piece. But it's super, super fun to be able to collect. One of the things that I always say, I end up with dimensional backings absolutely everywhere in my house, like totally everywhere. I can actually use a take a pick tool to pick up that dimensional and stick it on as well. So instead of having to grab those dimensionals off your sheet, you can physically use your take your pick tool to pick it up for you as well. So I can do that. I can then use it to remove the backings. It is such a handy tool. And you wait, I will use it to be able to pick up some embellishments on here as well. So the free kit that you will get if you place a qualifying order is going to have all of the bits and pieces cut. It's going to have the, whoops, that's not quite in the middle. Let me get further in the middle. It will have all of the embellishments. It will have everything in your kit to make it. The only thing you will have to do is stamp and assemble. All right. So we have that. And then I think I'm going to use my old favorite ribbon. No, I might use something different just to be on the different side. Let me grab this one here because I haven't used this ribbon very much at all, but I'm going to use it so that you can see how awesome it is. It's this white frayed ribbon, which I think will make a gorgeous bow. And the backings are all in the same place on the spike. Exactly. Not flying all over the show. Exactly, Kim. I agree. It's so nice to keep things a little bit tidy. So for anyone that is joining and you've come in a little bit later, I'll just explain to you once again. So any of the items that that I'm using here today, I do have some things in the description, a supply list in the description. But if you place an order of $150 or more during the 11th of November through to the 26th of November 2024, using my host code, you will earn yourself a free kit if your order is over $150 or more. So I'm going to use that cute bow there. So let's pop that on with a glue dot. Okay. See, we'll add a glue dot on the back. Actually, should I do that or should I just do a knot? Let me see what just a knot looks like. You know me, I am the bow queen, the bow lady from Bow Desert, but maybe just a knot might look a little bit better. Just a cute little knot on there rather than a chunkier bow. Let's see whether that looks better. What do you think? That or the knot? The bow or the knot? Type it in the comments and let me see what you think. And see, here's all of my backings, dimensional backings on the end of my Take Your Pick tool. So it's a super, super easy way of collecting those those pesky dimensional backings. So it's a super easy way of being able to do that. So I love it. Okay, so we've got 1, 2 for the knot, 1 for the bow, 4 for the knot, 2 for the bow, 5. Looks like oh, hang on, no, 2 knot, 1 bow, 3 knot, 4 knot, 2 bows, 3 bows, 4 bows, 5 bows. The bow got it. Okay, the bow got it. It was so hard. The comments were like flying past so quickly. I was like, how can I do that? So it depends on what you want to do. If you want to do the knot, then you can totally undo out of your kit. You can totally undo that and put the knot on there. Okay, let's use my favorite embellishments, the Drucy gems. All right. So let's pop a couple of these Drucy gems around. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to use the silver ones just because we've used the white cardstock. I think I might use the silver ones. So I'm just going to add, and this is where your Take Your Pick tool comes in handy once again. I'm just going to add a large one and a medium one there like that. And we all know what is going to make this card even better. tell me, what is going to make this card even better? But do I have some here? Yes, I do. All right, we will add some Wink of Stella. Whoa, what just happened there? We've had a Wink of Stella. We've had a Wink of Stella something. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, let's pop some Wink of Stella on the front and on the inside of this gorgeous, whoops-a-daisy, something's happening to my Wink of Stella. There's something coming out of there that shouldn't be coming out of there. But anyway, there you go. We have a gorgeous card. Now, as I said, you are able to earn this kit for free by placing an order. And my suggestion would be, I mean, if you really need to order something right now, then yes, okay, right now. But on Wednesday, we have this awesome sale happening on Wednesday. So Wednesday would be the day to definitely place your order. Now, we're not allowed to sweeten the starter kit, but I can tell you that if it was me, I would be purchasing the starter kit on Wednesday because it is even more value for money. So you're going to be able to put all of those discounted products in the starter kit. So my cat takes the backing all over the house. They get stuck to his fur. Yeah, I bet they do. So there you have a gorgeous card. Let me get rid of that QR code. There we go. Okay, so a gorgeous card using the Golden Greenery bundle. So simple and easy, very minimal stamping. If you're brand new to stamping, this is a great way to start off. Our designer series paper is fantastic for being able to, if you didn't have the dies, you could fussy cut out those gorgeous images and be able to create a super easy card like this one. So, I mean, wouldn't you love to get a Christmas card like this? Like, I'm just saying. So thanks everyone for hanging out with me today. It's been super fun to be here doing my Santa's workshop with you. So I'll be doing 12 days of Christmas crafting. And it'll be weekdays. So it'll be this week, all of next week, and 2 days of the week after. And if you place that qualifying order, you're going to get the kit for free. So you'll get enough supplies in your kit to make one of each of the projects. You will need to use stamps and things out of your own craft stash. So card number 1, what do you think? Now, if you're not on my email list, I will be emailing out the replay of this as well. So if you're not on my email list, please jump onto my email list. It's been a long time since you've watched me. Margaret, yeah, you haven't been well. I know that. So yeah, hold off, Sue, until the 13th. Yeah, 13th is the day. 13th through the 15th is that awesome sale. So thank you very much for hanging out with me and crafting with me. I will see you all again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. live for day 2 of Santa's workshop. I'm super excited. I can't wait. These Santa's workshops are going to be super, super fun. You're going to get to be able to create some gorgeous cards and earn the kit for free. So what better way of doing it? Thanks everyone for hanging out with me. Have a lovely day, and I will see you all again tomorrow at 9 a.m. for another live crafty session. You have been watching Donna Gray, #1 demonstrator in Australia here, doing a free live crafty session here on YouTube or on Facebook. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you haven't liked and followed my business page, please make sure you like and follow my business page. Give me the thumbs up if you like what I did, because YouTube and Facebook